The Pendant of the Eternal Night is back. For so long, this was an accessory that was largely overlooked. Not a lot of people had it because it just didn't have much value nowadays because it's like a 5-year-old accessory that has not been enhanced. However, it is widely documented, and we've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now, that Qin Chi Huang, the new archer commander that is meta, that everybody has to get, loves this accessory. You need to get one for him because he is best with it. We'll explain why, and we're going to show you how to get unlimited blueprints when it comes to the Pendant of the Eternal Night. Hey everybody, I'm your boy War Daddy Chadsky. I put out videos all the time, and this is one I immediately wanted to put out. I am going to have a card in the end screen that talks about the new accessory tier list. And my old accessory tier list did not have this particular accessory on it because 5% more skill damage is not that big of a deal. You're not benching a horn or a ring or drums for that. You're not doing that in the open field, okay? And so this was an accessory that came out a long time ago, and 5% skill damage back 4 years ago was great. Nowadays, way too many powerful commanders, way too much power creep with the armaments that we have and the gear and everything, and nobody has this until now. And the reason why is because our new commander, Qin Chi Huang, does not need a horn. The reason why is that he does not need a horn. I literally replaced my horn with the Pendant of the Eternal Night. I put my critted horn over here on my second Archer March because the horn doesn't do anything for this guy. He has way too much rage and rage consumption when it comes to his kit that we literally don't run Feral Nature, and we don't run Razor Sharp for rage. We don't run any of this. We don't even run the horn. You don't need it. And so with that being said, now all of a sudden, what do you run with this guy? Well, you can run drums, but that's not ideal. He's not a combo or any kind of commander that's going to give you extra procs on a drum. So the best thing to do with this commander is to run ring with Pendant, because every bit of damage that he does is skill damage. So this is like an all damage bonus to him. Okay. And so when you have that, you're trying to think, now everybody shifts gears and says, okay, so Pendant's good. No longer bad. Pendant is good. How do I get it? Well, Pendant is the only accessory in the game that you have unlimited options on. Okay. You're going to scroll out. Let me show you. And you have your alliance stuff here, but if you filter by your Barbarian stronghold, you're going to see a couple of things. You're going to see these little tiny Barbarian keeps. This is where you get the Pendant. When you see an exclamation point on a keep, like right there, that is where you want to go. That means that the boss can be summoned, and when the boss is summoned, he can drop eternal pendants. Now, let me show you, as I've already got a march up here. When you go to this, you're going to fight your way through the keeps. Everybody knows about keeps. And for those of us old players, we haven't done them in a while. It's a little bit nostalgic. So you're going to have some fun. But everybody knows about these keeps. You run up the, basically the points, if you will. Every keep has you got to run it up to 120 alertness. Well, you get alertness by beating all these different barbarians and things when you enter the keep. Now, you watch when I enter the keep, and they're going to start appearing out of nowhere. And you advanced people, like my account, people with advanced accounts, or anybody really with modern day meta, can take a healing commander like Huo that I have with Hera. This is my chaining march, and I can go destroy this whole thing without losing any troops. And so you just hit things one by one, and you're going to get alertness, and then you're going to summon the boss. Now, what happens is when you summon this boss, I'm going to show you, sometimes two bosses show up. So let me show you kind of how this works. Like right here, when you see this, you can see that two bosses have shown up. Okay, the one on the bottom left is Bloodfist. He's the main one. The one on the right that's got the little purple icon on it, that is the boss that sometimes shows up and sometimes does not. He's the one that has the drops for, there's Bloodfist, he's on the left, okay? And then if you click on the other one is the Swindler. He's the one that has the pendants. Okay, so here's the trick. Okay, when you hit 120 alerts and you summon the bosses, the purple one, the Swindler, will not show up half the time. And when he doesn't show up, you simply leave. Okay, when he does not show up, you simply get out of here and let it reset. Let me show you why. Here is one of these things that I hit just now. Okay, you can see that exclamation point on it. Well, when you zoom in on it, you will see that Bloodfist has been summoned. However, I did not kill him because they did not give me the Swindler. And even if they do give me the Swindler, it's really hard to kill him without killing Bloodfist. He's going to come attack you and you're going to end up killing him. But if the Swindler does not show up, the one that drops the pendant, then you don't attack this. You'll be over here attacking these things. He'll get summoned. He'll be sitting up here and then you leave. And when you leave, what happens is this gets reset in 6 hours. Now it's almost 4 hours, and so the time is ticking down, and when that gets reset, then it resets all over again and you can try to get the Swindler. Okay, so what's happened here is that when you've killed Bloodfist, okay, you reset the clock, and the clock is like 3 days, 2.5 days for it to reset to where you can go hit it again. So you want to keep these clocks going. So if you don't get Swindler, you definitely want to get out of there. Don't kill Bloodfist. It doesn't give you anything. Nobody needs Dark Lord's blessings. Nobody needs any of the other crap they give you. You just want to get Swindler. And so when you do beat him, he drops these pendants. Now, this particular one I'm showing you that I hit, he dropped 4 of them. I got 4 fragments of the pendant blueprint. There's 2 of them right there. I'd already collected 2. There's 2 more. And so you can literally walk around your kingdom and go summon this boss. And if it doesn't have the Swindler, if you don't see the purple icon along with Bloodfist, then get out of there. It'll reset in 6 hours. Go to the next one. You can do this over and over and over. You can get as many pendant fragments as you want. I've only been doing this for a couple of days. I've already got 15 fragments. And I really just started it today. And so from that standpoint, in about 3 or 4 days, you can get an entire blueprint pendant. And now that we have a commander in Qin to put it on, we're in a situation to where we have the blueprints to go get this thing critted, if you don't have it critted, and then we can go get it tiered up very, very quickly. You don't have to wait on the egg event. You don't have to wait on the other events that you have that drop the pendant of the Eternal Night. You can go get unlimited blueprint fragments, which 30 of them will turn into a full blueprint, so you can use it to forge, upgrade, tier up, do all the different iconic tiers, do everything that you want. It's an easy hack to this game. It's really, really simple and easy. You just got to put a little work into it. And so here I am. I've got my Huo at this one. I've got my Qin at this one. This is what I chain with. And you can see I've summoned Bloodfist, and the Swindler didn't show up. Actually, he did show up. I was able to kill him without killing the Bloodfist, and he did not drop anything. So since the Swindler didn't drop anything, I got out of there, and now this will reset in 5 hours and 45 minutes. So I'll just go on to the next one. You're going to have these things with the exclamation point on these. You're going to have these things all over your kingdom. Okay, the ones that don't have the exclamation point are ones that are in cooldown. You can't even summon the boss. The ones that do, you can go hit. So I've got one over here. I've got actually 2 over here. I'm going to hit this one, and then I'm going to hit this one and see what I can get. But you go do that throughout the day. Just have your chaining marches out there to go do that, and you kind of time it up to where you have access to all the zones to do that, and you can get as many pendants as you want to get. And that is obviously another accessory that you want to get now that we have Qin, and it's really good on Qin. You go get this accessory, you go get it refined, get it critted for archers, and get it tiered up to tier 5. It's easy. It is easy. It's the best way to take an accessory and immediately get it as fast as you can tiered up with a crit to tier 5, assuming you got the mats to do that. But that is great for Qin. It will work really, really well, and it will be one of the best accessories you can have. So there is your lesson today on what to do. You free to plays, go grind that stuff out, and don't do it stupidly. Okay, when you get into a keep and the Swindler did not get summoned, just leave. Don't kill this guy. Okay, you don't need any of this stuff. First of all, I have a cooldown on the rewards I can get from this. I don't get any rewards. So I cannot receive any Bagar's rewards. Okay, so I can't receive any of this stuff. I can get the drops, but the drops are like what? The lanes and the Dark Lords. I don't want any of that. So you just leave, let that reset in 6 hours instead of 2.5 days, and then come back and see if you can get the Swindler to be summoned again. So For this and any other guides that you have, check out the end screen. I'm gonna have the end screen on the accessory tier list that talks more about the pendant and why it's valuable now. And we've updated that tier list, so check that out. If you like the videos, throw a thumbs up on them, like them. Consider subscribing to the stream. It doesn't cost you anything. It's easy, it's free, and it really helps out the channel. We're pushing through on our way to 50,000 subscribers. So be sure to do that for us. And we love you guys. We appreciate it. And with that being said, everybody have a great day.